Opening a cafe is a simple idea, but it's risky. 60%. New restaurants close within the first 3 years. After the first year, 80% of establishments survive, and after 5 years, it's 50%, and after 10 years, less than 30. Against this backdrop, joint juice is a true phenomenon. Being in the market for over 20 years and gaining popularity every year is something not everyone can boast about. The brand is opening coffee shops all over the world, including through franchising, and it has loyalty from both Zoomers and millennials. I decided to find out why it's loved all over the world and how a small cafe from Copenhagen became a cult brand. Hi everyone, my name is Anton Vasilenko. I'm 32 years old. I'm the SEO co-founder of the True Gamers brand network, as well as the owner of 4 successful brands. I have opened over 450 locations that serve more than 600,000 customers every month in 130 cities around the world. My projects are annually featured in the rankings of Forbes and other business publications. My team and I promote concepts that blow people's minds all over the world.
Just think about the presentation of the spicy esports concept in Abu Dhabi.
I've gone through all the stages from choosing a niche to entering the global market. And moreover, I'm doing all of this right now, in real time. On this channel, I will talk about business, trends, entrepreneurial approaches, and share my vision on how to build successful companies. Maybe my words will change your perspective on business or on your team, or even on yourself. joe&thejuice was founded in 2002 in Copenhagen. The idea of creating the cafe was proposed by 20-year-old Kasper Bass along with his brother Madi. He proposed the idea of his first juice and coffee spot to his parents, but they did not support him. They insisted that he needed to get an education first. In the end, his brother went to work as a chef in Nice, while Kasper decided to open the first spot on his own. And just 3 months later, his second employee was his brother Matti. Eventually became part of the cafe. The first location of the brand was very different from what we see now. It was a small room with just a fridge filled with soda, beer, and other drinks. Kasper was unsure about managing the business. He wanted a stylish place with good food. He only knew what he ultimately wanted to achieve. It's a stylish place for networking where healthy and tasty food is available to the locals. At first, Kasper was the only one working at the bar. He didn't hire a team because there weren't many people around. When there were no customers, he practiced karate. Sometimes, guests would walk in and see him doing the splits on the bar floor. Café? Right away, he focused on simplicity and friendliness. To emphasize openness, the handshake ritual was invented. Upon entering the bar, you shook hands with everyone, making you feel part of the joe&thejuice family. Although the handshake faded, the welcoming feeling remains. Locals were surprised at the cafe's rapid development. The very feeling of always being welcomed is still there today. Even then, locals were surprised by how quickly the cafe was developing. It offered something new: freshly squeezed juices, smoothies, and healthy sandwiches with great presentation. Kasper opened the first cafe with about 30k investment, and the first office was Kasper's own apartment, even after opening all 3 more branches. By the way, in one of the previous videos, I talked about the stages of market development, and it was just when Kasper entered the coffee business during a period of stagnation when the world didn't know how else to surprise the already spoiled customers. So, what makes joe&thejuice different from other cafes? If it were just another cafe offering healthy food, the brand wouldn't have become so popular. joe&thejuice has a few features that set it apart from the others. The first is recognizable branding and atmosphere. If you step into joe&thejuice, you'll immediately see that everything is done with taste. Stylish interior, nothing extra, wood, glass, metal, everything is designed so that the space is comfortable and stylish. And the pink color in the packaging and dishes is definitely a brand signature. It's easy to notice and remember. All of this creates an atmosphere that particularly resonates with Zoomers and millennials. It's the most financially capable audience today. The brand definitely hits the trends, staying relevant and in demand. The second is healthy food with a custom approach. Unlike many other places where healthy food can be either tasteless or too expensive, at joe&thejuice, all the drinks and dishes are crafted with a focus on rich flavor and aroma. Both the juices and smoothies, for example, are not only healthy but also really tasty. Additionally, joe&thejuice understands the audience it could be missing out on by not offering vegan or vegetarian options. Because of this, the cafe has become popular among people with different preferences. The third is the customer experience and the staff. Every juice master. This is not just a waiter or a barista. This is a person who has a deep understanding of the product and knows everything about how to combine flavors. The juice master can even create a custom mix based on the client's wishes. The brand achieved this by launching its own educational program. In fact, this is a corporate university. The company actively invests in training its employees just to create a unique atmosphere. The training process takes place through the joe&thejuice Academy, which is part of the system for franchisees and employees. They teach the basics of working in a cafe and the nuances of customer interaction, brand culture, and drink preparation. Special attention is given to training the juice masters, who are the face of the brand. They go through courses on making juices and smoothies, as well as learning how to create that famous atmosphere. This is also reflected in the high ratings on platforms like Google Review and TripAdvisor. Almost all the ratings for the brand there are 4 and 5. Now on to my favorite part. When did Join the Juice start to expand? The beginning of Join the Juice was just a local chain, but the success of the first cafe made Casper think about expansion. In 2010, they launched their first franchise and began to expand beyond Denmark. This allowed them to enter the international market and become increasingly popular each year. By the way, the first cafe abroad was opened not by some outsider, but by one of their own employees, a juicer who became a regional manager. Casper and his team have always supported the idea of developing their people and giving them the opportunity to grow. Right now, 99% of the senior managers in the company started out as juicers. The first Join the Juice franchise appeared in London in 2019. This marked the beginning of their global expansion. Today, they already have over 300 cafes in 15 countries, including the USA, the UK, Australia, Norway, Sweden, Germany, Singapore, and others. Now, it's not just a cafe, but a large international chain that's popular among students and young professionals, and those who are into a healthy lifestyle. The brand's success also lies in how they work with franchises. The company provides excellent support to franchises at every step, from choosing the location for the cafe to design, marketing, and staff training. It doesn't just hand over a ready-made model, it adapts it to local features and tastes while maintaining the overall concept. The model adapts to local features and tastes while still maintaining the overall concept. In 2013, the Swedish investment firm Valeta Partners bought the company for $48 million. At the same time, Casper retained a 10% stake and remained its CEO. In October of last year, the private investment firm General Atlantic also became a shareholder in the company. It provided the brand's founder with funding for expansion in North America. All of this attracts investors to join from all over the world who want to grow in this business. According to various sources, the profitability of cafes ranges from 20 to 30% per year. An excellent result for a cafe. That's why there are now over 350 brand locations worldwide. The brand has become so resilient that it survived the COVID-19 pandemic, despite the closure of several locations. And moving on, it continues to hold strong against any economic challenges. By the way, chain even received the Best Franchise Award at the International Franchise Expo in New York in 2019. Right now, the Join the Juice chain has 363 stores around the world. Out of these, 314 are managed by the company in 19 countries across Europe, the USA, or Asia, while 49 stores have been sold through franchises. The company employs over 4,500 people worldwide, and its revenue grows exponentially every year. For example, in 2023, they increased their revenue by 78 million euros compared to 2022, and that's a growth of 42%. In 2023, the company's operating profit became positive for the first time, reaching 23 million euros, 29% of all sales. Digital sales, meaning deliveries, have shown that the company is doing well with the transition to online. Write in the comments if you know anyone else who is growing like this, and maybe we should take a look at them too. These results really show that Join the Juice is recovering and growing on the international stage. Like any brand, they have their own mistakes and failures, mostly related to franchises, although most locations are still managed by the main office. In 2017-18, Join the Juice began facing challenges in the American market, including unsuccessful franchises. In New York and Los Angeles, the company faced difficulties in maintaining the brand and its quality. Some franchises couldn't meet the high standards, which led to the closure of several cafes. Problems also occurred in London, one of the key markets for Join the Juice. Some of the franchises there couldn't maintain the required level of quality and adapt the product for the locals. As a result, in some areas of the city, locations were closed and the franchises were bought out. The same situation happened in France. Join Juice even faced problems in its home Scandinavian market. In Sweden, the brand closed several locations in 2018-2019 in small towns. The franchise failed to attract a sufficient number of customers and meet service standards. To sum up this episode, Join Juice, though it has a great quality product in the franchise and overall F&B sectors, still faces the classic indicators of ups and downs, crises, times of imperfection. Franchises work under the brand, just like the corporate network, which sometimes opens and sometimes closes. Absolutely no one achieves 100% success in scaling. The franchise fulfills the conditions of work under the brand, including, like a corporate network, it sometimes opens and sometimes closes. There is no 100% all success rate in scaling, absolutely no one. If you have any such precedents, please write them in the comments. This was Anton Vasilenko. Goodbye everyone.